problem. So see the question. A company has 4 plants, P1, P2, P3, P4, from which it supplies to 3 markets. 3 markets, M1, M2, M3. First to see the first question. Determine the optimal transportation plan from the following data, giving the plan to market, shifting cost, quantities available at each plant, and quantities required at each market. So here you see, here markets are given and plants are given. You see the question. So markets are denoted by here M1, M2, M3, and plants are P1, P2, P3, P4. Okay. So here in the given question, here from market M1 to plant P1, cost is 19 in this way. First row you see. Then market M1 to P2 means plant 2, 14 in this way given. And available at plant is for plant P1 6, 10, 12, 15, and required at the market is 11, 13, 19. Right? So solve this problem. Right? This is the problem. Determine the optimal transportation plan. Right? So first what we do? First we shall solve it by any one method. Okay? We already know for solving the transportation problem, there are 3 methods: northwest corner rule, lowest cost entry method, and Vogel's approximation method. Okay, so here we always apply which method? Vogel's approximation method. Right? So why we use? Because Vogel's approximation method gives nearer value to the optimal solution. Right? So after this, we check the optimality test. Okay, by Modi method, we check whether this value is optimal value or not. Means what? From suppose we solve this transportation problem by Vogel's approximation method, then we check whether this is the optimal, means lowest cost, or after this can we get less value or not. So this is test is called, this is by optimality test, and this is we use here Modi method. So first you see, question is given, first you see whether this transportation problem is balanced transportation problem or unbalanced transportation problem. This is the balanced or unbalanced transportation problem. Anyone? Unbalanced. This is the balanced transportation problem. You see, available at the plant, right? 6, 10, 12, 15. So sum of this, 6 plus 10 is 16. 16 plus 12 is 28. Then you check plus 15, 43. And again you see, required at the market 11 plus 13 is 24, and then 19 is 43. So summation of AI equal to summation of BJ. So the transportation problem is balanced transportation problem. Clear? Roshni?
Yes, sir. My calculation was wrong.
Okay. So you will check this one. So in this way, you check. If this is not balanced, then first you make it into the balanced transportation problem. Right? So here this is balanced, so no problem. So next one, what we do here, first we solve it by Vogel's approximation method. Vogel's approximation method. Okay. So here you see, in your exam, first you solve it by Vogel's approximation method. But here already this one is what? Already this one Vogel's by Vogel's approximation method, an initial basic feasible solution of the given problem is given by the following table. So here already calculated, but you need 3-4 step for solving this. By Vogel's approximation method, we solve it because you see here Vogel's approximation method, how to apply. First, you row wise and column wise, you find out the penalties, right? Row wise and column wise, you find out the penalties. Suppose in our first row, how to find the penalties? First, you check what is the lowest cost. So, lowest cost is 13. Second is 14. So, penalty is what? 14 minus 3 difference. 14 minus 11 is 3. So, penalty is 3. So in this way, second row, third row, similarly first column, second, third, fourth column, you find out the penalties. Then you check which penalty is maximum. In which row or column gives the maximum penalty. Then you enter either this row or that column. Okay. So, and search the lowest cost and you give the allocation. Okay, so this is your task. First, you find out, calculate this one whether this table is correct or not. You will check. By Vogel's approximation method, here allocations are given. So here you see cell number 1 comma 4 allocation is 11, cell number 2 comma 1 allocation is 6, cell number 2 comma 2 allocation is 3, cell number 2 comma 4 allocation is 4, and similarly cell number 3 comma 2 allocation is 7 and cell number 3 comma 3 allocation is 12. So you will check whether this is correct or not, right? All of you can solve now this by Vogel's approximation method, same as earlier problem. Roshni, Ishita,
Yes, sir.
Arbaz, you will solve this, this one. Okay. Next, what? Therefore, total transportation cost. Next page, you see total transportation cost, same as earlier. How to find out means what? 6 into 15 means cost into allocation. Sum of the cost into allocation, then you will get 710. So after using Vogel's approximation method, this is balance transportation problem, we get the transportation cost is 710, right? 710. Next we check what whether this is optimal or not. Means by optimality test, here optimality is using Modi method, whether this is 710 or can we get less value, right? So we apply here optimality test. So for optimality test, you see here first we find out all ui plus vj, right? ui plus vj. So ui plus ui and vj for each occupied cell, right? So which cell is called occupied cell? Arbaz, which cell is called occupied cell? Arif, which cells are called occupied cell? You can say cell number 2 kobo para. Which cell is called occupied cell? From the table. After solving table method, we get this table, right? So from this table, which cell we say this is occupied cell? Because without knowing occupied cell, we cannot put the value. No?
Cell number 2.
cell number 1,4. You see where allocations present means cell number 1,4. 11 is given. Allocation is 11. So cell number 1,4 is what? Occupied cell. Next cell number 2,1. You see, allocation 6 is given. So allocation 6 present where? 2,1. Cell number second row first column means 2,1. Then cell number 2,2. Here allocation is 3. Then cell number 2,4. Here allocation is 4. Then cell number 3,2. Allocation is 7. And cell number 3,3. Allocation is 12. So these are the occupied cell. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Everyone, any doubt here regarding
No,
occupied cell?
Yes.
So next you see, next what we do, we write this is one relation already. Last class I have given here optimality test. You will see the relation for occupied cell CRS equal to UR plus VS. Okay, so you can write this is RS here written. You can write I comma J means Cij equal to UI plus Vj. Cij equal to Ui plus Vj. Acha, what is C here? What is the meaning of C here? Cell number means cost.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Cost. So here you see within bracket these are called cost. And no bracket, these are in the table number 11.10. You see, table number 11.10 here, within bracket, these are cost, means 19, 14, 23. These are the cost. Suppose C11, what is the value? C11, suppose C11, what is the value?
19.
19, yes, good. 19, you see, C means cost. Which one? First row, first column. So C11 is 19. C12 is 14. C13 is 23. Like this. C means cost. Cost of the cell. Okay. And UI and VJ we shall calculate. So here you can give the name. First row, this is denoted by UI means U1, then second row U2, third row U3. Similarly, first column you give the name V1, V2, V3, V4. We shall give the name this one, and our aim to find out UI and VJ, because after finding UI plus VJ, then we can find out Dij value. Right? How to check optimality test? Last class I have given computational procedure of optimal test. Okay, computational procedure of optimal test means what? If all Dij greater than is strictly greater than 0, then we get optimal and unique solution. Solution is optimal and unique. If all Dij greater than or equal to 0 means at least one Dij is 0, then we get optimal solution, but alternate solution is possible. And if all Dij here, if at least one Dij is negative, then we move to there is next step number 4, right? So here you see optimality test we can check in this way. So we find out the value of Dij. Okay, so Dij equal to, what is the formula? Last class in computational procedure of optimality test, you will see Dij calculate from unoccupied cell, and Dij value is Cij minus Ui plus Vj. So Cij we know and Ui and Vj we shall calculate, right? So for this reason we need U1, U2, U3, V1, V2, V3, V4. U1 means first row, U2 means second, third, and first column V1, second column V2, V3, V4, right? So next you see here Ui and Vj we shall calculate. So from here first we find out at least one Ui or Vj we choose. We choose at least one Ui or Vj, means either from the row or from the column. First we write and then automatically we can get the value of remaining Ui and Vj. First you see we choose U2 equal to 0. U2 means second row, right? So in second row here denoted by U2. So in U2, why we consider 0? We choose which Ui or Vj equal to 0. Means which row or which column gives maximum number of allocation. Which row or column gives the maximum number of allocation. You see, first row contain how many allocation? First row, Ishita. First row, how many allocation present? Arvas, Dipanshu?
Sir, one.
Sir, one.
Yes, 1. You see, here first row 11 means what? This outside the bracket, these are called the allocation. Within bracket are called the cost. And there is no bracket means 11, 6, 3, 4, 7, 12. These are called the allocation. So first you see which row or column contains maximum number of allocation. Okay, so maximum number of allocation row or column is, you consider this is equal to 0. If this is tie up, then you consider anyone. Okay, either row or column or anyone. So here you see first row allocation is 1. Second row allocation is 3. You see 6, 3, 4. How many allocation? 3 allocation. So second row 3 allocation. Third row allocation is 7 and 12. So 7 and 12 means what? 7 and 12 means two allocation. Okay, 2 allocation. Similarly, first column contains 1 allocation. Second column contains 2 allocation. Third column contains 1 allocation. Fourth column contains 2 allocation. So here you see 3 allocation present in second row, and second row is denoted by U2, right? Notation as your wish. So first row suppose denoted by U1, second row we denote it by U2, third row we denote by U3. Similarly V1, V2, V3, V4. So you consider U2 equal to 0. Next, when we get U2, then with the help of this U2, we shall find out all the values of U1, U3, and V1, V2, V3, V4. So how to find out? So here you see U2. So we relate first Cij equal to Ui plus Vj relation. Cij we calculate from where? All occupied cell. So our occupied cells are which one? 11 means cell number 1,4, cell number 2,1, 2,2, 2,4, cell number 3,2, 3,3. So you see cell number first starting from cell number 2,1, because C21 equal to what? U2 plus V1, right? U2 plus V1, because here 6 is allocation present. So this is occupied cell. So Cij calculate from the occupied cell. So C21 equal to 15 means C21. C21, what is the cost? 15. Within bracket, these are the cost. C21 value is 15. And what is C21? U2 plus V1. So U2 plus V1 equal to 15. U2 plus V1 equal to 15. Next C22. C22 is 16. So we write U2 plus V2. Then C24 is 21. Right? So U2 plus V4. So here you see C21 ultimately 15 equal to U2 plus V1. U2 value is what? 0. So V1 equal to 15. Right? Next U2 equal to 0, then V2 equal to 16. U2 equal to 0, then V4 equal to 21. Right? So this one. Next you write, next occupied cell you consider C14. C cell number 1,4. What is the cost? Cost is also 11, within bracket 11. Okay. So U1 plus V4. C next occupied cell is C3,2. Cost is 25. And C3,3 cost is 16. Right? So U3 plus V3. Next U1 equal to 11 minus V4. Right? V4 value you substitute 21, so ultimately minus 10. U3 equal to 25 minus V2, so substitute value of V2, so 9. And V3 is 16 minus U3, so this is ultimately we get 7. So you see this calculation is clear or not? All U1, U2, U3, V1, V2, V3, V.
Sir, can you repeat again?
You see, first relation is after solving using Vogel's approximation method, then we get the transportation cost, right? So here you see table number 10 here directly written, but you will solve after 3-4 step you will get this table, same as earlier. Right? Then total transportation cost, you know how to find out. All means what? Cost into allocation. Okay. And sum of the cost into allocation, you will get this one, this value 710. Next, what we do, next our aim, whether the 710 is minimum or can we get modified value, means or less value. Because you see, when we go to any shop or market, etc., we need better quality. But if somewhere you will get, suppose some rupees is, if you buy anything, some things, then suppose rupees is 2000. Same quality, can we get, suppose below 2000 or not? We searching. Okay, so here similar case, here we search whether 710 is less, means total transportation cost. This is our 710 gives us the minimum value, or can we get less, right? So this is by optimality test. Name of this test is called Modi method. So for this method, what we do here, procedure you will see, first we determine all UI and Vj. UI means you just denoted first row by U1, second row U2, third row U3. Suppose here another row present in your question, then U4 you write, no problem. Similarly V1, V2, V3, V4. Then UI Vj means we determine UI and Vj from which cell, because here there are one cell is occupied and another one is unoccupied cell. So occupied cells means where allocation present, then these are called occupied cell. Where allocations are not present, these are called unoccupied cell. So say ui and vj calculate from occupied cell, right? So relation is Cij equal to ui plus vj, but here in given rs, so in place of rs you write ui plus Cij equal to ui plus vj. Next, what we do, from this relation we need first at least one value of ui and vj we must know. We must know at least one ui or vj, either u1 u2 u3 or v1 v2 v3. So how to know this value? From the table, final table, we check which gives the maximum number of allocation, which row or column. So first row, second row, third row, or first column, second, third, or fourth column. So in the given problem, second column contains maximum number of allocation. Means 6, 3, 4. Here number of allocation is 3. So this gives us the maximum number of allocation. So this row is denoted by U2. So we consider U2 equal to 0. Right? So next we calculate all UI and VJ from the occupied cell. So how many occupied cell present here? You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 means 11, 11 occupied cell, 15, 6 occupied cell, 16, 3 occupied cell, 21, 4 occupied cell, 25, 7 occupied cell, 16, 12 occupied cell. You can give the name also, C14, C21, C22, C24, C32, C3, these are the occupied cell. So we calculate these from the occupied, cell. So first we consider, because U2 0, so C in relation with C, if 2 comes, then automatically U2 0, then we get direct value. Otherwise we get the equation and after this we substitute, then we get the value. So first one, C21. C21, Cij formula is ui plus vj. So C21 formula will be what? U2 plus v1. So C21, C means cost of second row, first column. What is the cost? 15. Right? 6 is allocation. 15 is the cost. So 15. So U2 plus v1. Second one is C22. This is 16, so U2 plus V2, and C24, this is 21, so U2 plus V4, right? So U2 plus V4. So next you substitute U2, so U2 equal to 0, so V1 equal to 15. Next U2 equal to 0, so V2 equal to 16, U2 equal to 0, V4 equal to 21. Similarly, here you see C14 cost is 11. So U1 plus V4. V4 we know the value. Then U1 we get the value. U1 is minus 10. C32 25. So U3 plus V2. So ultimately get 9. And C33 is 16. U3 plus V3. So V3 equal to this. So you see we find out all the values of U1, U2, U3, U4, U3, V1, V2, V3, V4. In this way, we find out all UI and VJ. So you see this is clear or not?
Yes, sir, clear.
Roshni?
Yes, sir, understood now.
Or anybody? Any question? Ripan, बुझो ऐसा Rohit? Sudeep? You see up to this. So UI and VJ, you will remember UI and VJ calculate from the occupied cell. Okay. Next, what we do? Next, you see the table 11.11. Step number 3 and step number 4, no need to write. in your exam, step number 3, step number 4, no need to write. You can write directly this table. Okay, after calculating this one, U1, U2, U3, V1, V2, V3, V4, then you write directly the table. So how to write direct table? You see here, you same table you write 19. First row you write, okay, second row, third row, in this way you write. After this, you write, first row is denoted by U1. So U1 equal to value is what? Minus 10. So you see the table number 11.11. U1 equal to minus 10. Then U2 is 0. U3 is 9. We already calculate. Then V1 is 15. V2 is 16. V3 is 7. V4 is 21. Right? Next, you will see Modi method. Next step, you see. Next, we evaluate UI plus Vj. We evaluate and put in the right upper corner of the unoccupied cell. Next, UI plus Vj, we shall calculate and substitute in all unoccupied cell. And where put? This is top, this put in upper right corner of the corresponding unoccupied cell. Right? So our unoccupied cells are what? C11, C12, C13. Means where 19 present, this is our unoccupied cell. 14 present in unoccupied cell. 23 also present in unoccupied cell. Right? Then 12 means second cell number 2, 3 unoccupied cell. Then cell number 3, 1. Cell number 3, 4. These are the unoccupied cell. So in the unoccupied cell, how to write UI plus Vj? We shall write UI plus Vj in Vj we put in upper right corner of the corresponding unoccupied cell. So you see U1 value already got from calculation minus 10, U2 value is 0, U3 value is 9, V1 is 15, V2 is 16, V3 is 7, V4 is 21. So next UI plus Vj. So in cell number 1, 1, what is UI plus Vj? UI plus Vj means what? Cell number 1, 1, UI plus Vj means U1 plus V1. Right? U1 plus V1 means U1 is minus 10 and V1 is 15. So 10 minus 10 plus 15 is 5. So you see, I have number UI plus Vj is 5. Similarly, UI plus Vj, we write UI plus Vj, we can write UI plus Vj is minus 10, 16, 6. Then you write minus 10, 7, minus 3. Similarly, you write this one will be cell number 2, 3, 0 plus 7, so 7. Next, you write 15 plus 9, 9 plus 15, 24, and then you write cell number 3, 4, 9 here, yes, 9 plus 21, 30. So you see this clear or not? UI plus Vj.
Yes, sir.
What we do next one is here we calculate this, and next we calculate Dij. So Dij we shall put in where upper means Dij upper here Dij we shall write in the unoccupied cell, and you put in lower right corner of the unoccupied cell. So Dij value is what? Cij minus ui plus bj. So Cij means cost. So 19 minus 19 and minus ui plus bj means 5. 19 minus 5 is 14. You see in the first cell C11 we have written 14. Next 14 minus 6. Next 23 minus 3, 26. Right? Next cell number you see cell number 2 comma 3. 12 plus 7 is 5. Next cell number 30 cell number is 31. Third row first column 30 minus 24 is 6. Next you see cell number 3 comma 4, 39 minus 39. So all dij value we get what? 14, 8, 26, 5, 6, 9. So all dij are what? Strictly greater than 0. So if all dij strictly greater than 0, then we get an optimal solution, right? And after this calculation you will get again 710, because calculation, how to calculate 11 into 11 all occupied cell, in all occupied cell multiply cost and allocation. Okay, so 11 into 11 15 into 6 plus 16 into 3, sum of this again you will get 710. So after optimality we get 710. So no changes value. Okay, so therefore you see, thus the solution of the given transportation problem is source 1 transport 11 units to destination 4, means what? Source 1 means M1, destination is what? Destination is where allocation present, these are called the destination. So where allocation present, C14. So here source 1 transport how much unit? 11 unit to destination 4. Source 2 transport how much? Source 2 transport allocation is 6, 3, 4. And which position? Transport destination 1 to 4 respectively, and source 3 transport 7 and 12 units destination 2 and 3 respectively. So this is the complete solution. So once you will see Modi method, what is the step, and then you check. This one clear?
Yes, sir.
See, so again you will revise this one, and any doubt then next class you will ask. So response your name.